Let's see. Hopefully, somebody can hear me when they join. Let's test it. Live. Um, can you hear me? Perfect. All right, now let's see if I can actually get some people to join. Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. So if you're joining on now, basically my channel is I have dad jokes daily. I tell dad jokes. I tell them about 3 o'clock every afternoon. I've been doing that now since August. I have nobody on right now, so trying to hit 500 subscribers. Who will the 500 be? Possibly you. Hello, welcome to my live stream. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. Kind of want to just introduce you guys to myself. My name's Aaron. I'm a single dad. I tell dad jokes every day. If you're coming by my channel, you'll see that I have my daily shorts. I've been doing daily shorts now since August of 2025. I've been a content creator since 2024. I sucked at it originally. The first time I joined YouTube, I thought that you had to have 4,000 watch hours, and I thought that I had to have 4,000 watch hours, which is absolutely insane. I'm like, can I just play it in the background and that will get me to my goal? But then I realized I need you guys to watch for 4,000 hours. So I'm on my journey there. Hello, Amaya. So basically, I'm at 492 subscribers right now. Um, Hitting 500 would be a huge goal. I do put a lot of time and effort into my videos. So my main content in my long form videos is parenting, military, grief and loss, faith, my dog when he's not sleeping, and I have a bunch of different content. Some channels have one kind of thing. My channel makes me a little different because I have a little bit of everything. But I'm really silly and goofy, and if you watch any of my shorts, I'm sure that they'll make you laugh. But to make people laugh, I have to have people watching them, and the only way I can get people to watch them is if you guys subscribe. So my goal is to get to 500 tonight. What am I talking about? You taking adopt? What does that mean? What am I talking about? Is that what you meant to say? So this live stream is just giving an introduction to myself. So if you clicked on my live stream, basically trying to introduce you guys to myself. The best way to do that is to have a live stream. Making long form videos is hard because you make videos and a lot of times nobody watches them, so you put a lot of effort and time in the editing, lighting, scripts, and all that stuff that nobody watches. So sometimes it's easier just to have a live stream where I can just have a conversation with you guys. Possibly you. Let's see, I'm at 494 subscribers. So if you're logging in, if you're seeing my stream now, I'm a dad. I tell dad jokes every single day. My goal is to build my channel, my brand. Um, I would love to have you guys subscribe and check out my videos. If you like laughing daily, I promise that my jokes will probably make you laugh. I put a lot of time and effort into them. They're silly, they're visually good. So this is my way of introducing myself. I make videos about parent. Man, you're gone. It's funny watching the people come in and out because I'm like, they didn't mean to click on me. But if you're watching now, I appreciate you stopping in and watching my live stream. I'm basically just introducing myself, letting you guys know about Dad Mode Activated. I tell dad jokes daily. I have some videos about fun facts to share with people. I have dad videos, I have military videos, faith videos, videos on grief and loss. I have videos about my dog. Uh, I have videos about motivation for school, overcoming adversity. I have a little bit of everything on my channel, and that's what makes me me. That's what kind of separates my channel from a lot of other channels. Um, I I'm 40 now, and I've lived a long life, gone through a lot of things, overcome a lot of things, and my goal is to help the next generation of people. And for those that are struggling, that might have motivation problems, feel like you're in a place that you can't get out of. My goal is to be able to help you guys and get you to a better place. Again, whether it's in parenting, whether it's in life, whether it's navigating relationships, navigating through school, navigating through a career. My goal is to help you guys. And I have my dad jokes of the day because it's kind of my icebreaker. And I'm a super silly guy. I'm a fun dad. I like doing fun things with my son. And being a dad gives me an opportunity to still have a kid like personality, even though I'm older. Because I get to go to trampoline parks and playgrounds. And if I didn't have a kid, I couldn't do any of that stuff. So that's who I am. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers tonight. Um, it seems like when you get closer to those milestones, it gets even more challenging. So if you're logging in, I appreciate it. Please consider subscribing. Check out some of my videos. Let me know what you guys think. Uh, Let me put some of my videos in the chat here. Maybe you can watch one of my dad joke of the day compilation. Um, I think it would make you laugh. So let me put that in the chat and let me get back to the chat. So hello, welcome to my live stream. I'm just going through my introduction of who I am. I tell dad jokes daily. My videos dad mode activated. My goal is to help people. A lot of my videos are dad related, parenting related, but they go on a bunch of other different things. If you want to check out my channel, I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers tonight. We'll see if we get there. Uh, it'd be a great milestone, and I can start actually like considering putting a lot more time and effort into this. Being a content creator is kind of difficult. Um, I have a full time job, a full time dad, and finding time to come up with scripts and ideas is hard. But I have great passion for the videos I put out there, and hopefully, I can help a few people. My goal throughout this journey has been to um, not necessarily like make $1 million on YouTube, even though some people do. My goal is basically if I can help one person become a better version of themselves, that's honestly my goal. So a lot of my videos are targeted towards self improvement and overcoming adversity to become better versions of themselves. So if you are logging in and you're checking out my stream, please consider checking out my channel, checking out my page. Let me know if I have content that you enjoy. Um, my dad joke of the day compilation. Dad joke of the day. Hello, welcome to my stream. Appreciate you stopping in. I'm just introducing myself. It's a lot easier to introduce myself through a live stream than it is through a single long form video. Is People can come in and out. I kind of feel like it's an open house for my channel. So if you're joining in, I appreciate it. I put my dad jokes of the day compilation in the chat. That's pretty much what has been the major driving force of my channel. Does E5 get oil change discounts? Yes, if you join the military, you get 10% discounts at places. So my stepson asked me a couple years ago. He's like, "Did you just join the military so you can get a discount?" And I was like, "Yeah." No, I'm just kidding. I joined for other reasons than that, but the discounts aren't bad, even though the pay sucks. So no, I actually had my drill sergeant asked me in basic training. She was like, she went around the circle and she's like, "What made you guys join the military?" And I told her, I was like, "Well, I needed a book bag. I saw you guys had one, so I pulled the trigger." So that's how I joined the army. Is like I had a bunch of books I had to carry. And did you hook up with drill sergeant? My drill sergeants were males, so all that was in my company, in my platoon, they were males. No, honestly, like you're so scared of your drill sergeants that like you can't even think about them that way. Like they don't even look at you like a person. They call you male type and female type. So yeah. So no. So I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers tonight. I'm like right on the edge of it. I just had my second video hit 1,000 subscriber or 1,000 views. So I'm just trying to see if I can make it to 500 tonight. So if you guys are watching and you're not a subscriber, please consider checking out my channel. See if you like the kind of content I put out there. Um, Hopefully you do, because it does take a lot of time to create. Hello, I say a new streamer or a new person in my stream. So welcome. Hopefully you're somebody new. I've had a bunch of people coming in and out. So if you like dad jokes, I put my dad joke compilation in the chat. Please check them out. See if you like them. If you like them, please consider subscribing to my channel. I have dad jokes daily. I usually upload around 3, 4 o'clock. Sometimes it's a little later, depending on how motivated I am that day. But I do have them daily, so if you do subscribe to me, you're gonna get daily content in your short streams or your shorts feeds. How many kids do I have? I have one. I have a 7-year-old, and then I have he'll be turning 8 next week, and I also have a former stepson, but he's like a son to me now, even though the relationship's over. But that's a good thing about being a good parent is that if you meet kids with the person that you're with, especially my son's mother, then you have the ability to raise 2 kids. So being a step parent isn't always as bad as it seems or as bad as it's portrayed out there. So um, what's a former stepson? Well, I think a stepson is only considered a stepson is if you're in a relationship. I guess it's I don't know what you'd call it if it's not like my son figure. I don't know. I don't know what I would call him. I mean, he's like a son to me, but I don't know what you give the name of. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll say he's my son. We are at a baseball game, and a person's like, "Your sons are cute," and I'm like, "Thank you." Uh, so a lot of my videos are about parenting and kind of owning and having the best experience being a father and how to best make the most impact on your kids' lives. Um, And obviously, I have my dad jokes of the day, which is in the chat. I have a lot of parenting videos. Right now, those are my least watched videos. So my most watched are my military videos, where I kind of discuss being in the military and things that are associated with that. So, so wise looking tree. Do you have kids? Where did you serve? I'm still in the Army Reserve. I've been in for 9 years. You have a 2 year old? It's a fun age. That's when they really start kind of showing their personality and kind of showing who they are. You have a boy or a girl? Yeah, one was like the when he finally started showing his personality and he started walking, and then like he started talking. She's a girl. Yeah, I think I thought I was gonna have a girl, so I found out I was gonna be a dad when I came home from basic training. Um, so basically, me and my ex had a miscarriage. We lost that baby, and then in the aftermath of that, my son came. But I didn't know I was going to be a dad. So I went to basic training, and it was victory block leave, which is in the army. We go home for Christmas. So I come home for Christmas, and it was kind of like a Hallmark movie. It's honestly like the craziest story when I think about it. So I didn't know about my son. It's victory block leave, so around like December 18th, um, we just finished basic training, and they basically everything's like a day early in the army. So it's like you need to be at the airport tomorrow. Cool. We're gonna get packed up, or we're gonna sit in a room for like 18 hours, and then you'll go to the airport. So I get to the airport, and I had a connecting flight from Columbia, South Carolina to Atlanta, Georgia, and apparently Atlanta had a power failure, and so I get there, and the airline's like, we have to cancel your flight, and okay, thank you for trolling. I appreciate that. So are you an experienced dad? Yeah. My son's 7 now. He'll be turning 8 next month or next week. And I've been a single dad since he was 4. And go out there. If you want to check out my page, I got tons of content about it. I don't show him my videos just because um, protecting his privacy and whatnot. Sorry. So again, when I found out I was going to be a dad, so Atlanta airport closed, and the airline wanted to make it good for the military. So they got me a taxi from Columbia, South Carolina to Charlotte, North Carolina. And when I got to Charlotte, North Carolina, um, I got a flight from Charlotte to Atlanta. So Atlanta opened back up, and then I got to Atlanta. So I had to take a 3 hour or 4 hour drive to get to an airport to fly backwards. And then I finally get home. I've been awake for like 38 hours. And then like it was like the traditional like homecoming where like you come out and everybody's got a sign for you, which is awesome. And then I go out to dinner with my ex, my son's mother, and she's not eating. And like before I left, like before we had when we had the miscarriage, I all I wanted to do was see the ultrasound. All I wanted to hear is a heartbeat, and like that's all I wanted was to hear a heartbeat, and it didn't happen. So when I came home, like my fiance didn't eat anything. We get home, and she gives me a bag, and it has a Captain America ornament in it, and there was an ultrasound, and like she was like, "Why aren't you look happy?" And I'm like, "Cause I'm in shock." So I found out I was gonna be a dad, and I was like so excited, and I went to the doctor, and I heard his heartbeat, and it was like the most amazing thing. So I've enjoyed being a dad at every single aspect of it. My relationship going up to it wasn't the best. But then when I met my son, it was like I never experienced love like that before. Um, and I worked hard to give him the best life I could. I went through a custody battle when my son was 3 and 4 years old, and that was an incredibly hard time. Probably the worst time of my entire life. And that's kind of when I came into my faith. So like, a lot of my videos are based on that, and how I kind of changed my mindset and like started to be a better version of myself. And uh, a lot of parents are angry. Let me catch up on. So the Atlanta power failure happened on December 18th, 2017 due to a substation fire. Yep, that's exactly what happened. It was like the first time it closed in a very long time. So the only reason why I post pictures of my son on Facebook is because um, I do post pictures on him to college with high school. So more select on an open page. Um, Planes can't fly backwards. Have you ever seen an F-22 Raptor? They can fly backwards. The custody battle was during COVID time. No, so the custody battle started in 2022 and concluded in 2024, and it was absolutely horrible. Do you have custody? Um, so I have joint custody. I'm in New York, and being a dad, getting full custody is almost impossible. Um, and even getting 50-50 custody seems like it's impossible in its own right. I have joint custody. My ex is the custodial parent. Um, but I have a pretty good schedule. I have him every single day. I get him from school at 3 o'clock, and I have him until 6 o'clock every single weekday. On Fridays, I have him from 3 o'clock until Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. So even though I don't have 50-50 custody, which sucks because it means I have to pay full child support on top of the regular support that I give him. But honestly, money is replaceable. The time I have with him is irreplaceable. So my page, that's kind of what I talk about, is just they're never going to be the same person they are today as they will be. So, just enjoy them as much as you can. Crappy father growing up, so uh, my motivation based on example. My motivation was based on being the dad that I wish I had. So, uh, do you have? Are you? What is going on? Do you still have? Are you still with the mother of your daughter? Come here, Rocky. If you guys want to see my dog, this is Rocky. He's my Australian Shepherd. I do have some videos on him. He's the smartest, dumbest dog on earth. So, um, but here's him saying hi. Uh, no, so I actually lost if that changed things. So again, that was like the weirdest segue in probably YouTube history where I'm talking about a power outage and then it actually goes out. 0 26, she's 25. That's pretty awesome. It's great that you get to kind of be a single family unit. Um, my biggest thing is when I was in a relationship, I became like backseat to my son, and like my ex, we already had like a poor connection as it was, toxic relationship. So we're never very close, and kind of happened, and I was in basic training, and then I came home and tried to do all the stuff, the dad to take care of the situation, and it didn't happen the way I wanted to. So we never really had a strong foundation. So when things started to fall apart, there wasn't really anything to keep it together. But my best advice is still find time to uh, enjoy each other and have fun and like enjoy that camaraderie and the relationship, and just with your daughter, enjoy every day with her. Um, my biggest thing is like don't look because a lot of times what happens is when you look forward to the next milestone, uh, you miss what's happening right now, and you don't get this time back. Are you guys still seeing me? Just if you a thumbs up. My power keeps going on and off, so if you could just give me a quick thumbs up in the chat, somebody, because this way I don't know if I'm just talking to myself. Okay, there you go. I work from home, so I spend time with my daughter during my break. Yes, but Greeny. Yeah, my power keeps going out. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's because of the heat. Maybe somebody crashed their car. Um, yeah, so that's awesome. You get to be around her. Just yeah, enjoy every time, every moment you have. Um, just limit the distractions. I know in today's generation, it's easy to be distracted because we have these handheld devices and everything's at the tip of our fingers. But um, just be consistent. Like make sure you make time for her and make sure you get down on the floor and play with her. Honestly, like that's the stuff I enjoyed the most was getting on the floor playing, and especially as a single dad because like when I was going through custody court, I mean I spent like 50 grand fighting for custody and. Um, like just when I became single and I got my own place, I didn't have anything. I was like broke all the time. So we did small things like going to the playgrounds and um, so yeah, I mean with the device thing, the one blessing was that being broke meant I couldn't buy the thing. So like I had to do like real actual activities. Um, but I know like I see other parents and like they just constantly use electronic devices and stuff like that and like instead of playing with their kids, they're like, "Let me put you in front of the device." When he turns 7, see, my situation's a little different because like I couldn't talk to my son on his mom's phone, so I had to buy. I got him a phone so that he could FaceTime me. Um, and but I mean, he doesn't like have any social media or anything like that, but he loves taking pictures and taking videos and taking POV pictures of him running through the playground and going down the slide. It's pretty funny. Uh, But yeah, I mean, as long as the longer you can keep your kids off the devices, the better. Honestly, like I see all these parents all the time, and they put their phone or the iPad in front of the kids, and the kids are definitely focused on what's on the screen, so they don't act out or anything like that. But the problem comes when they become older and they become so relied on those devices that they can't they can't function without that device in front of them. So as soon as that device dies or it's taken away, they flip out. And actually, I was listening to this one comedian one day, and he was like, uh, somebody asked in the crowd, they're like, "What's your best advice?" He's like, "What do you think about electronics?" And he's like, "Do you want it? Do you want life to be easy right now, or do you want it to be easy later?" He's like, "If you want it easy right now, put a tablet in front of your kid. If you want life to be easier later, take the tablet away, have fun, teach them how to have fun without an electronic, and they'll be good later." Like I'm at the point where now where my son's again, he's almost 8 years old, and like I do let him play on the PlayStation, and when he's on YouTube, it's on our TV. Um, but like a lot of things that we do is outside. So like when he started to become old enough to play on playgrounds, that's all we would do. We would go to playgrounds in the summertime. We would go catch bugs. Uh, we would get like little bug catching kits. We'd go look at bugs, um, and just do stuff like that. Go to museums and have fun. And when he was younger, like obviously I couldn't afford anything, so like every time we go to the store, I would get him like a Hot Wheels car, or we'd go to the dollar store and buy like 20 toys for 20 bucks. And the great thing about when they're little is that they don't really care like the value of the toys you're doing. I bought toys for my kid, but she doesn't like them. She likes the dog toys instead. Yeah, like the one thing you'll find is that like your kids they'll find like one thing that they're attached to, and like that's like the one thing that they'll continue on. Um, I always say like one of the issues that happens when you become a parent is that like you think you have to like a Power Wheels Jeep, and like I thought I had to buy him like those expensive things for him to be happy, and like truth and reality, like the things that made him the happiest was just like playing on the ground with me. Like I could grab like army soldiers, I could grab cars. We could grab magnetiles. Magnetiles are an play with. It kind of inspires their creativity. Um, I can see why they would like the dog toys. I mean, the squeakiness. But yeah, I mean, if I mean, a lot of my stuff is targeted towards single dads, but honestly, like the main content and the main message is there is just being being active and being present in your kids' lives because I'm a firm believer like I want to be present for my have them. And like I'm a big firm believer that like if you don't put the time and effort now into your kids, then you don't deserve the stuff that comes later down the road. You don't deserve to have the relationship with them later on in life if you don't put the time and effort in now. Um, so like I see so many parents out there just feel like they feel like they're entitled to have something because of it. And it's an interesting dynamic with dads because I feel like mothers innately have that bond with their kids because of all this stuff. Um, and I think, well, first of all, I think dad is a title that you earn. I think anybody can father a child. Like you can have a kid like no problem, and you can sign a birth certificate. But it takes like a real man to be a dad, because it does take time, it does take effort, and all that. So um, just putting the time and effort, like being genuine. Son, or as my I would just call him my son. Uh, his dad's present, but he's not present. Like he's present physically, but he's not present emotionally. And kids need that emotional connection. Like there's so many times when I was a kid, and I remember like I just wanted my dad to like look at me like on the playground, or like I wanted him to be in a crowd at my game or on a field trip. Like you want to look your dad look back at you, and uh, that was like the one thing that like motivated me when I became a parent is that like I always wanted to be there for my son in the moments when he needed it most. So like when we go to the trampoline park and we go to the playground, like I do my best not to be distracted because I want in those moments where he's looking back at me, he knows that dad's watching and dad cares. Um, and like one of the things I teach on my channel too is like kind of my discipline style is different than a lot of people. Like one of the issues I had when I was becoming a single dad was I was looking for advice online, and really the only advice I would find about being a single dad was like how to fight a custody battle. Oh hey guys, I call dads. I appreciate you jumping in. These are the guys I first collaborated with. So what was I saying now? I was looking for ways to be a good dad. Like there wasn't any content out there about like ways to be the best version of myself. Like granted, like yeah, I need to know stuff and how to like get a lawyer and stuff like that, but like I need to know how to be a dad first. Like and that's where there's lacking content online. And that's kind of the space I kind of want to fill is to be that. Um yeah. So yeah, it definitely takes effort to teach the kids. It's you need a lot of patience to be a dad. And um really one of like the one main things I learned. Oh hey guys, I appreciate you guys jumping in. Um, so learning to be patient was one of the hardest things in being a dad. Um, because like the way I look at it is like I remember being a kid and like making mistakes and like having like I feared the reaction of my mistake rather than like really learning from it and like growing from it. It's why like I didn't really have many positive male role models until like later on in life. Like once I entered like playing in the military, joining a church. Um, until then, I didn't really have positive male role models to base my life on, and my motivation as a dad is just being the dad I wish I would have had. Um, so I mean, there's the gentle parenting style, which I think is too far, like giving your kids too much. And I think if you parent with that kind of like parenting style, that like you're gonna see the kind of kids that grow up to be entitled. And then I think there's the opposite, which is the like overly disciplinary parents that like they basically like they're the drill sergeant. Like they rule through fear rather than they rule through fear instead of like understanding. And really what I want for my son is for him to respect me and to know that like I'm doing the best I can for him. So like I always try to think through things before I react. So like say my son screws up something, like it's really easy to flip out and it's really easy to react in the moment and get pissed off and yell. Um, but there was like one moment in my son's life where I was having an argument with his mother and I screamed and like that I saw my son get scared. And this was and I think seeing that look on his face was like the worst possible feeling I could imagine. And like I never wanted my son to be scared of me. Uh, so like the way I discipline him now is I make sure he knows when he makes a mistake. Like I mark it like it's never just I don't want an apology from him. Like I don't want him to say sorry because he knows what I want to hear. Like I really want to talk to him and have him um understand why what he's doing is wrong. Because in those moments those are teachable lessons and those are things that they'll carry with them. And like the funny thing is like in moments like that where he's made mistakes and I correct it and then he realizes and he learns from it, like we'll be out on a playground and he'll see another kid doing what he was doing to get in trouble in the first place. And then I'll see him like he'll regurgitate what I was saying to him to that kid. And like it's funny. But like I think for myself, I mean, this is only from my experiences, is that that parenting style for me has led to him having trust in me and having respect for me. So like he's avoiding doing those wrong things because he knows that they're wrong and not because he thinks that he'll get yelled at for it. And I think that's how you and your kids, and that's how you um like you that's how you get them to learn their core values of what they perceive to be right and wrong. So that was a little long-winded. I don't know if you're still on there, wise looking tree, but um I hope it helped a little bit. So if you guys are joining, this is just kind of like my introduction to who I am. I have my dad jokes daily. If you look in the chat, I have a compilation video. I have all different kinds of stuff on my channel. I have parenting videos, I have military videos, grief and loss videos, I have dog videos, I have adversity videos about like how to overcome adversity, motivating factor, and moving you forward. I give career advice. Um, honestly, it's a little bit of everything. I started out originally, I wanted to make long form content. My content sucked. Nobody watched it. I got really discouraged. I quit. About a year later, I jumped on. My one video had like 300 views, but honestly, it wasn't really making the impact I was hoping for. I put some time and effort into making another video, and it bombed. So then I made my first. I jumped into the shorts sphere, and my first short was me reviewing um, Oreo cookies mixed with Reese's peanut butter cups, which were phenomenal, by the way. But that my first shorts, and like that was the first time people actually watched my video, and I was like, well, people actually watch the short stuff, but they don't watch my long form content. So let me start making shorts. But then like I had to like think about like what do I want to have my shorts be about? Because like I think about like random people that have like random shorts, and I'm like, well, I'm goofy and silly all the time, and I tell dad jokes all the time. So let me tap into that. And if you watch my videos and my shorts, the original first ones were kind of rough to watch. And the funny thing is, like when you start filming, and you're like, "This looks awesome." Ugh, it was a. I've definitely gotten to a point now where I'm more comfortable in front of the camera. Like right now, I'm talking to you like you're right in front of me, even though you're not. But so I also talk about those who are small creators as well. Not really giving the same advice as a lot of the creators, because I think they give repetitive stuff like thumbnails, CTR, hooks. Um, so I mean, there's a little bit of everything. Nah, I just got into the live stream sphere, so that's it for tonight. I mean, my goal is to get to 500 subscribers. I'm at 496, so I guess I got 2 subscribers through this. But this is the best way for me to connect with those who are looking to subscribe to my channel. Let you guys see me in real time, see my personality. Again, I have my dad jokes daily, so if you like dad jokes, if you like laughing, if you like humor, if you want to learn a little something, if you lost somebody, I have real conversations on my page. I'm genuine, and I I comment back on all the comments I get. So if you guys watched, I appreciate it tonight. If you're still watching, thank you. Um, Again, please subscribe if you like what you see. Check out my dad jokes. Hopefully, I can make one of you laugh. And again, I appreciate you watching, and I will pray for all of you. May God bless all of you, and hopefully we'll see each other soon. So I hope you have a good